everyone? Scott Pye, Pop Cult Fan here, and as you guys can see, I'm back home from my vacation, and actually, I want to do a review for this video, while also being a bit of a quick little channel update, since I'm back from my vacation now, and now I can start making YouTube videos again. And last night, as like the last night of our vacation, my family and I watched not a family comedy, but it was a comedy. I think it's called Coming to America by starring Eddie Murphy, which I think it came out either in the late 80s or early 90s, but yeah, I'm going to review Coming to America for you guys, so let's get started, shall we? So, Coming to America is a movie about Eddie Murphy's character named Akeem, who is a prince, and as the movie begins, he is a prince in Africa, and he's basically being treated like royalty, just with the way people are looking, or the way people are surrounding him, and all these different people, especially his dad, mostly his dad, because his dad played by James Earl Jones. Once you hear his voice, you can't unhear Darth Vader. But yeah, I really enjoyed James Earl Jones in this movie, because he just gave off that fatherly complex with his demeanor and the way he sort of acted towards his son Akeem, and how he treated him throughout the film, at least all the way until the end. And then also we have some other actors in the movie I didn't quite know really, but mainly Eddie Murphy, James Earl Jones, and also one of the actors in the movie, I remember him, but I can't remember his name, but I know I've seen him before. Just the guy that played Mr. McDowell in the McDowell's restaurant. For those of you who are curious, McDowell's is kind of a spoof on McDonald's in a way, so it's kind of funny when I saw the movie yesterday. But actually, speaking of Coming to America, I think I did see this movie once I'd like to say that I saw this movie once, during an economics class in high school. So I kind of remember it, but at the same time I kind of don't. So I forgot about the whole McDonald's spin thing. But that was fun to see, really funny. It's just a funny movie from beginning to end, and it's also a fish out of water story, because Eddie Murphy's character Akeem goes to America, New York specifically, to look for a bride, because he was being forced into a marriage that he didn't want, and just with the way he was being treated as royalty, he just didn't care for it. He wanted to be in love with someone who would love him for him, not for being a prince. And throughout the film, there's this girl that works in the McDowell's company, and also has her dad, Mr. McDowell. So it was interesting to see how Eddie Murphy's character Akeem grew accustomed to American culture in New York. So that was a lot of fun. And also his friend, the servant, I guess you could say, that went along with him for the ride in America, and seeing their friendship kind of, it was interesting to see, because it was really funny, and seeing them just reacting to things in New York and how things were, especially in the slums, was definitely very funny and very fascinating. So yeah, overall, it's just a really fun movie from beginning to end, and by the end of it, it does have a happy ending, of course. Akeem falls in love with this woman who works for the McDowell's company, also the daughter of Mr. McDowell, and it was fun to see that relationship kind of grow, and also get a little it was interesting, because the girl, I can't remember her name, I can't remember the character's name, but she was already in a relationship before Akeem, and throughout the film it was interesting to see how that kind of played out with her other boyfriend that she had, and just this humorous kind of moment of him being broken up, not necessarily by her, but the way they handled it was funny and hilarious. I loved it. But yeah, overall, it's just a fun movie. Also, because of the late 80s, early 90s setting, it just had kind of that nostalgic kind of feel to it for a movie that took place during that time period. And also, there were 3 characters in this movie that were in this barber shop, and I think a couple of them, or I think just one of them, was also being played by Eddie Murphy. And it was just those 3 characters. They were kind of like the comic relief trio of the movie, and just every time you saw them on screen, they were just funny to watch, like hilarious. Just, oh my god, it was funny. And this movie is definitely a very enjoyable film, and it's a classic as a comedy and Eddie Murphy movie. Very funny. So if I had to give a grade for this movie, I would probably give it like I'd give it probably an A. I don't really have any flaws with it. I guess like maybe like no, can't think of a flaw. So yeah, I'm going my grade for this movie is an A. What I'm thinking of doing for my next video is actually reviewing a TV show that I finished watching it before I went to vacation, Dr. Death, which is a show on Peacock, and I want to do a review for that for you guys, because it's a show that I've really grown attached to with the way it was telling its story. I'm not going to review the show here, but that's what I'm going to do for my next review. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.